Like my daughter went to college and like a girl wanted a box for her food and she was afraid to ask the waitress. And so my daughter's like, she's texting me, like, I have to get her a box. Yeah, but they don't.
Yeah,
they're like, is there a button I can press to get a box? And I was like, yeah, what?
Can I text somebody a request for a box?
It's like the Gen X. It's like the millennial generation and I guess
they're Gen Z or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the parents just quit teaching them stuff.
I mean,
because they're so digital, I guess.
Yeah, it's also like, my kids were allowed technology and I wasn't a weirdo about it, but we played outside, we interacted with other people. And I think now people hand their kid their phone as opposed to keeping them busy in Target.
Right.
Like I kept my kids busy in Target. I kept them busy.
Yeah.
We took puzzles places. Like there were things that, and it doesn't, that's not, and they're having less kids. So maybe there's a lot more one kid.
Well, I have one daughter. She'll be 4 in August. But we teach her to communicate with people. Like we have her talk to people and we'll let her check out for us and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of scary if they can't. I mean, you are setting them up for some problems, but if they can't communicate something's wrong to somebody, they can be in danger.
Yeah.
And that they can't tell you how they feel about something. I mean, like I was my kids didn't leave I never lost my kids. Like all three of them, I knew where they were, and it was.
That's how we are. We're very, cautious.
You be cautious, and then but it turns out when they're adults, you don't know where they are. It's really horrible.
I'm sure.
They don't tell you that part about them being adult people. Like I felt like I didn't get that lesson.
They don't tell you the part about any of it.
Yeah. No, it's like really dramatic.
It is.
I invested a lot of time in you. What are you? What are you doing? Driving? Where are you going? I just wait my entire adult life on you. Like I spent my entire adult life raising you three, and you're just gonna do what you want now? This is weird.
Well, I feel like that's good though. I mean, our goal is to make them successful humans.
Then they leave you though.
Yeah. He has 3 kids, so he's more experienced than I am. But
yeah. I got to give credit. My wife does 99%, but that 1% when I'm there, oh my Lord,
it matters.
It matters. Well, I have to break it up. I literally do 2-hour one-on-ones on Saturdays. If I'm in town, it's 2 hours with each child one-on-one because I can't handle all 3 at the same time. And I'm man enough to admit that. And then I'll take her out, and then on Sunday maybe we'll do something with the whole family, right?
Uh-huh.
I cannot have all 3 of them for an extended period of time.
That's the easy part. The more there are, the easier, right?
Man,
So
I've got
look after each
one
other.
just turned 4, one's 7, one's 9.
Oh, well, those are kind of tough.
Oh, man. And the 4-year, obviously he was 3, but they just, I talk a lot. My 9-year-old talks a lot.
Yeah.
And between him and the other, I'm just like, oh, no. What am I doing?
Auditory overload. All of mine went through, I can think when they were like 13 and maybe 9 was the other age where they didn't stop talking. And it was about nothing. Like, right, whatever it is. Some people's kids, it's like Pokemon or something. Mine didn't have any obsessions like that, but it would just be like, this is what I did today. Yeah. And then it would just be like the car ride, the 20 minutes to school, it's just the one kid talking and the other 2 are like, but then they did it.
Yeah.
So it goes away.
Yeah, Daniel, I think he's probably going to be an engineer. I don't care what he does, but he's been building these elaborate Lego things since he was like 3.
That's cool.
I mean, like, I remember one he did that says, 13 plus. It's like 3,000 pieces. He did this one when he was like 7 or 8.
Oh, that's awesome.
He does awesome, right? So he's telling me all these parts, and he's like, well, Dad, I want to build this, and I have to buy this motor, and I have to buy this, and I'm going to make it turn. And he's building all these things from scratch, right, that are functional. Uh-huh. And I'm like, and he told me, and I mean, like 40 minutes in, I'm like, hey, buddy, just show me what I need to buy real quick.
How do I make my credit card number go into the website?
Which one exactly? And it was like parts. He had already researched it. Like he's 9. He's like, here's the parts off eBay. Here's the thing off. And he took screenshots of it. Here's the part. Like
the Science Museum used to have. My nephew is like that, and they used to have a Lego club, and they would go and compete.
Oh, that's cool.
And he did it through. Or something like that. You should see, because that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't do that
He
stuff.
does awesome. He's like, you want to help me? I'm like, bro, you got better than me at this like 2 years ago. What would you like me to do?
I can go buy another set.
Yeah. Like, I mean, what type of help are you looking for, man?
That's funny. The problem I have is being an older parent, because I'm an older parent and I have a prosthetic leg. So my daughter's like, Daddy, come play with me on the floor. I was like, I don't want to get on the floor.
Yeah. It was interesting. I was a nanny before I was a mom for 5 kids.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And so, like, I was 19 when I was watching those kids. And I was, like, getting it. Like, that was when they still had ball pits in McDonald's, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I was, like, in the ball pit. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. We didn't have this. And then I remember, like, I had adopted Genevieve when I was 23, had Chloe when I was 24. So it was, like, they were 11 months apart. And I played with them on the floor, all good. And then
Yeah.
my son, I remember, he's like 3 and he wants to get me to climb through the thing. And I'm like, oh boy. I don't know. And I'm like, I got to do it at least once or I'm a terrible mother, because I did it for the other kids, and I did it for other people's kids. And then I was like, this is the worst. And I couldn't believe how much it hurt my knees.
Yeah.
It was
But
rough.
you were still 10 years younger than I was when I had my daughter.
But it was, they took it
Yeah.
out on me,
Yeah, for sure.
But it is weird. But I was much more probably neurotic than an older parent would be.
Yeah, we're just too cautious. I think being an older parent, you've experienced too much.
The world's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The world's trying to kill
But
you,
I don't
and
know.
I want to protect you.
I was very. They'll tell you. Like, I was very overprotective. I did a lot of lying to them so they didn't know I was being overprotective. Like, it wasn't like but, they never didn't hold my hand in a parking lot. Like, I was crazy about it. But, like, it was to the point I never had to say anything. They just shot their hands up in the air and we walked. Like, it was never.
That's good, though.
It was expectation.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure we would go out. I kind of picked and choose the friends, so, like, people that knew how their kids would behave. That's who we spend time with.
Yeah, that's good too, yeah.
And then
I
every
agree.
once in a while, you're with somebody else, and you're like, "This is a nightmare."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my kids are like, "These kids are savages."
Yeah. Ain't it funny the kids pick up on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids would be like
They're gonna eat us.
Yeah.
Like, what's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotta
Some
go.
kids are too rough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Too wild. Yeah.
And I was also the mom. Like, I'll storm a playground.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Helicopter parent, I like it.
I would stand back and pretend, but I'll watch. But if you touch
Yeah.
my kid, I'm probably gonna give your mom flat tires. Like,
yeah.
it's not. It's
I'll
not.
fuck your mom up.
Yeah, I'd be like, your daddy's sleeping with somebody else.
Different angle there.
Just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
That's funny.
It's me.
Mommy.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Your son is a liar.
Yeah. Add that to the list of things wrong with your kid. Yeah, no, but now they do it themselves, I guess. They're all big. 2019 and 16. So I just have a couple more years to
There.
suffer.